What's up, guys? We are back with another Raw Talk. And yeah, I brought my setup to where I was going, staying in a hotel, as you can see. And yeah, I'm really enjoying doing these. I feel like I'm getting much better at sitting down and having a conversation, not only with myself, but to the viewer as well. And it's making me a lot more confident and comfortable standing in front of a camera and just speaking my peace of mind and kind of the place that I'm in. So I had some great conversations last night with some very, very intelligent people. And we were going on all different topics, but it really just got my mind racing and thinking about how others think. Essentially what the topic was is talking about people that say they're going to be an entrepreneur or say that they're going to be successful, but they actually don't take the action steps towards it. And I sort of wanted to break it down for you guys and give you more of an example on how you can implement small things into your life in order to increase productivity and also see results. Because I feel like a lot of people fall short. They look at a certain business model, or they look at an influencer online doing something and they think that it's so easy to be able to do it. But they go out and they try it and then they quit after a month because it's too hard, or it's too difficult to be able to do difficult things, I guess. And there's so many ways that you can do these types of things without having to feel that way. And I talked a little bit about it last time when we spoke on the last video that I posted. Really just about harnessing that inner child and harnessing those things that you enjoy in order to be able to push yourself to that level that you want to be at. But there's much better ways to stick with one path and not fall off. So essentially what I talked about to you last was, harnessing that inner child. So for myself, I always wanted to be an engineer. I loved building Legos. I was a leader. And in being a leader, I now run my own business, and I am also building a software. So it's almost like harnessing that inner, but also taking real life examples and then just falling through with it. So going back to the conversation at hand. So last night had a great conversation, and we were talking about how people are just not focusing on one thing. And it doesn't really make sense to me, because somebody will try drop shipping for a month, and then they give up. And I fall victim to this too. I drop shipped, I did SMMA, I did SaaS, I did all of these things, and I never put the full effort in. And unless you actually sit down and put the full effort into doing something, then you're never going to actually see the results that you aspire to reach. And it's a very similar path in honestly anything you do. When you go out and you party, okay? You're going out and you're giving your full attention into what you're doing. So you're the craziest drinker out there. You're partying, you're taking shots, you're doing this, you're doing that. You're putting full action into what you're doing. So you're seeing the results by getting more drunk. And it's the same exact thing when you translate it into any sort of online business or business in general that you're focusing on. So if you just have a full, complete, utter focus on what you are doing, there's absolutely no way that you are going to fall short into the goals that you want to achieve. So just going back, recapping everything, it's finding that direction as, finding your inner child, what you truly enjoy doing, and then harnessing that, and then focusing in on a business model, whether it's in person or it's an online business. And then from there, being able to just focus on that for 3 to 4 months and putting your full effort into it. And then if you don't see results, then you can switch up. But a lot of guys that I talk to is they don't do this. One, they never master their mind. They don't harness their inner child. They don't harness really any values for themselves. They just see the Andrew Tates that are out there. They see the Jordan Welches. They see all of these major names that are going out there and they're doing these crazy things. And they're like, oh my God, that's going to happen overnight. I could do this. But in reality, it's not that easy. It's not that simple to be able to go out there and just put in the work for a month and see results. People don't see results sometimes for years on end. Years. And like I said in the last video is, I've been in the online business space for well over 3 years. And I've tried every business model underneath the sun. And I failed, and I failed, and I failed, and I failed, and I failed. And it's really just about kicking yourself back up and saying, I can do this if I just put my full focus into it. If I would have sat back and I reassessed my agency and know what I know today, and I gained all of this knowledge like I was gaining it in the first place, I know that my agency would be well over $50,000 a month. But I never stuck with it. I followed into this whole trend and this path of falling into these traps of, you can make money quick, you can make money easily. But once again, it's not that simple. And I just encourage you not to fall for this trap. I encourage you to harness that inner you and find the reflections of yourself and master your mind, master the skills, and have a direction. And when you have a direction and you have a focus, then you're going to start seeing more results by putting in that effort. Yeah, anyway, so moving on to another topic that I wanted to bring up, which is connecting with others and building that education. So we see a lot on the internet that, to go far, you must go together, and, going alone isn't the way to go. I mean, you look at a person like Andrew Tate, who has his brother. You look at a Jordan Welch, who has his friend group, and Iman, who has his friend group. All of these people have groups that congregate together and all bring each other up. And in order to find that, you almost have to do sales prospecting for the most part. You're going out and you're finding and making sure that these friends are the people that you want to surround yourselves with, finding the values in these people, finding what their focus is, finding what their goals are, and seeing if they align with you. It's almost like finding a girlfriend. If you want to find the woman of your dreams or stumble upon the woman of your dreams, you need to make sure that her values align to yours. And it's the same thing within friend groups. Is you can't just say, oh, well, this person does this, but they don't have the same values as this. Maybe we can't see eye to eye to it, but we'll get over it. It never ends up well. And you look at long-term relationships, it's the same exact way. Somebody looks over a flaw or something that they are not able to sort of get over or, cope with, and things just fall apart. So people want to move too fast. They want to go too quick because we're just so used to this, jumping on our phone, getting a dopamine spike, and that's it. And everybody chases that dopamine spike. They don't want this. They don't want the slow gratification. They don't want to wait. They want the instant gratification. And so yes, in a sense, to go far, you must go together, but you need to make sure that you're surrounded by the right people. The Tates are very well together because they're brothers. They align with the same values. They do the same things. They both have likes in the same things. And obviously growing up together helps. You look at somebody like Iman, all of the people that are surrounded by him, all of those people are aligned with his vision. So not only being able to find a strict path on what you want to do, but being able to align with the people that you're surrounding. So for instance, in my business, it's very much influencer orientated and very much content creation type style. So I surround myself with people that not only share the same values as me, that I could connect with, but they're in the same realm and development. They're bringing knowledge into me that I would have never known because they have this trajectory that they've been on. And being able to find guys with different sets of ideologies is really going to set you apart from any other friend group. Yeah, you can have a bunch of friends that know sales, and they may give you some small little tips here and there, but at the end of the day, those people are not going to bring new insights to you. So when prospecting for these friend groups, it's finding people that have different sets of knowledge that is going to complement the space that you're in or the trajectory that you're going. All right, so recapping everything, what you got to do is harness that inner child and find the direction that you want to head in by taking those values and the things that you enjoy doing and relate it to an online business, a real business, or some sort of direction that you could push yourself in. Once you have that, it's taking action steps on it every single day and not taking a break for months on end until you see some sort of progress. And once you see that progress, you know that you can build and push forward. From there, you can now surround yourselves around other people that have different knowledge in their respective space, but still aligns with your values and your direction that you're headed in. Once you have that group, you have your vision, it's clear scalability. And it's so simple. It's right in front of everybody's face. It's just to have a focus and have a drive on the things that you want to accomplish. And then having the people that are surrounding you pushing you towards it because they have the same values and goals. So you almost have these accountability partners that are sitting side by side because they're your best friends, you're surrounding. But I mean, you hear this quote all the time. You're the result of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. And it's so true. It's like, okay, if I have a guy who is an absolute genius in sales, I have a guy who's a genius in influencer marketing, I have a guy who is amazing in SaaS, and you connect all of that together in your business model, now you can not only help them within the respective knowledge that you have, but they can help you and push you along with your vision. So I guess really just having that trajectory with just having that frame when it comes down to structuring out not only your business, but your focus, it's going to help you align a lot better with the direction that you're heading in. And a lot of the people that are in my private community, they are always asking me, they're like, well, Michael, what's the right direction? Well, you have to think on your own. You have to think inside of you. What is in your heart to say, yes, this is what I love doing. This is what I can wake up to every single day and do. A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I hate it. It's brutal. Well, yeah, of course. Of course it's brutal because it's not something that you want to do. It's not something that aligns with you. You know, if playing in the sand as a child was something that you love doing and growing up to this day, you love going to the beach, why aren't you doing that in the business that you're focusing in on? And obviously not going and playing in the sand is going to make you money, but the same frame when it comes down to finding something that you want to do in life. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of really all I want to talk about. Just being able to find the right people. And, you know, I'm going to hang out with some guys tonight that have the same values as me, and they have a lot more knowledge in their respective space. And I know that just sitting down and having conversations with them, I'm going to be able to harness the knowledge from them and be able to push myself to that next level and in my business. And maybe there is a problem that I was struggling with that I never even knew, and it was brought to my attention from this other person that brings it up in conversation. So yeah, just go for it. Whatever you have in mind right now, you probably have something in mind, some sort of direction by now. Whatever you have in mind, just go for it and do it and work on it and become the best at it. And in 3-4 months from now, come back to this video, write down in the comments what sort of direction, what sort of goal that you want to go for. And then in 4 or 5 months from now, come back to this and see if you've hit that. And I guarantee you will if you put 100% focus into it. So yeah, go out there and get it, boys. And yeah, I really like doing these. It's exciting to be able to sit down and really just speak and talk raw and honest with you guys. Sorry I went on a little bit of a tangent there. I probably went in 100 different directions, but I hope you get the understanding of the point that I'm trying to make. And yeah, if you guys have any other recommendations on what I should talk about in here, obviously my background is in sales and personal branding. So if you guys need any help with that, or, you know, have any questions and want me to address them on the next talk, then just drop it in the comments as well. And I'll keep doing more of these. I'm liking it. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. And yeah, peace.